Good morning, students. Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to start with chapter 13, PowerPoint, that is related to your computer application, ninth grade. In PowerPoint, we will discuss what is presentation, how to make a presentation, how to editing, how to view the different type of presentation, how to add different type of background, objects, bullets, and so many things. So we will start with chapter now. What is presentation? Basically, a presentation is a kind of interaction between a speaker and a audience, and it's a medium to present yourself in front of others. But it usually involves one or more following visual aids like 35 slides, overhead, transparencies, handouts, speaker notes. Many options are there while we are making the presentation, and PowerPoint can create all types of visual aids. So we'll start with the session now. What is PowerPoint? PowerPoint is so tightly integrated with other Microsoft Office 2010 components. It contains a multiple type of components that will help to editing a presentation, making a presentation, adding graphs, charts, many things. For example, if you have created a graph in Excel, you can use the graph on PowerPoint slide. It goes the other way too. For example, you can take the outline from your PowerPoint presentation and copy it into the MS Word. It means we can insert the functionality of other software in other one software. Like we want to take the functionality of MS Word, we can add the functionality of MS Word in PowerPoint. We can add the functionality of PowerPoint in MS Word. So any piece of data in any Office program can be linked to any other program. So to make use of PowerPoint, we need a little bit detail like what is presentation. All the slides from start to finish that you show to your audience, show to the people. Sometimes presentation are also called slideshow. So presentation are saved in a presentation file and the file extension that is .pptx, and the full form of pptx is PowerPoint extended file. X presents it is the extension, it is the advanced version. In previous version it was only .ppt, but in the latest version it's going on .pptx. And what is slide? The image you create with the PowerPoint during a presentation, slide appears on your screen one after another. You don't need a slide projector to show these slides. You can now plug a laptop or other computer in special monitor that displays PowerPoint slide. And what are the notes in PowerPoint? Printed pages that you write and print, and that you know that what to say during a presentation. Only the speaker notes are the part of notes. And handouts. Handouts means printed pages that you may give to your audience, that are known as handouts along with a presentation. Like it's a content that is provided to the audience for understanding. And notes are related to your speaker notes that the speaker will use to present your presentation. Now how to start and exit from a PowerPoint? We can start a PowerPoint by using the following step, like click on start button, select all program, then select Microsoft Office, and then finally select Microsoft Office 2007 or 10 whatsoever you are having in your computer system. Now after clicking on that link, the program will be start and you are ready to leave PowerPoint. We can move out from PowerPoint presentation. We can close the PowerPoint program by clicking on file and exit, or click the close button also. And the third shortcut key that I am telling, that is Alt plus F4 also can be used for closing the program. If you have any unsaved work, in that situation PowerPoint will ask you to save that particular work. You want to save it, you want to save change it, because you have just been playing around in this chapter. So in this chapter we are going to start with from starting part. Now working with the PowerPoint environment. Which type of window is visible on screen and what are the components of PowerPoint window? These are the components, like first component is here file, second component is here quick access toolbar, third one is title bar, fourth one is ribbon tab, fifth one is program level buttons, program control buttons you can speak, groups, slide pane, slide outline or status bar. I'll discuss according to my opinion, according to my words. First point is file tab. File tab is a particular tab that will help to open a new file, close a file, saving a file, save as, or printing a particular file content. The file tag is the first tag we are using if 2007, and it is the second tag if we are using the 2010 office, because in that case first tag will be home. Second is quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar, it is a collection of toolbar that a user can quickly access. User need not to move inside the options, and by default four options are there. The three major options are like redo, undo and save. If question will come in exam, what are the by default options that are provided by quick access toolbar? The options are undo, redo and save. And fourth one is quick access toolbar option it is. And title bar is the title of your document that you are giving or that you are using at the time of saving your content. And by default it is document 1. And this is ribbon tab. Ribbon tab means to say a collection of all options that are under one tab, that is known as a ribbon tab. Like if we are clicking on home tab, which options are available on your ribbon window, that is known as ribbon tab. Next is program level control button. Three buttons are provided on right corner. First one is minimize, second is maximize and third is close button, that is on the right corner of your screen. And what is group? A subpart of a ribbon is known as a group. And what is group? Like we are having the option find, replace and one more option is there that are under the editing group. Or if we are having the option cut, copy and format painter, these are under the clipboard group. A collection of 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 options under one group is known as a groups. And what is known as slide pane? Slide pane is the slide area where a user is using as a working area, where a user can input the values. And slide or outline pane, it means it's the view of a slide on a left side corner that will show the outline of a content, but you can't edit. But in slide pane we can editing our text according to our requirement. And status bar, it's the bottom bar that will display the status of slide, it is ready or which slide you are running now. Or it will also tell the different type of slide number and many items. And view button, it will provide three types of view, like your slideshow view, slide sorter view, and one is your normal view. We will discuss more view also. And notes pane, it will provide some notes that will be provided by a user at the time of slide making. Now, what is backstage view? Backstage view is that view that found at the upper left corner of your PowerPoint, and it is replaced with, in case of Windows, the Office button from PowerPoint 2007. And how it will open? Clicking it on upon a full screen file. When we click on file menu, it will display the information that are known as, like in that side I'll display you once, like protect presentation, check for issues, manage version and full all properties, preparing for sharing. This is the view of backstage view that will not be directly visible on front. When we will click on that particular view, it will be displayed on the screen. Quick access toolbar, we have already discussed. Quick access toolbar lets you a common command that you can access, and by default commands are save, undo and redo, or we can speak repeat command. Ribbon, I recently told, the ribbon contains all the command that you will need in order to do the common task. Like for copy and paste the document, you need the command cut, copy and paste. These are under one particular group that is known as your group tab. And zoom control is used to increasing or decreasing the size of a screen on a working area. A user can extend it, a user can reduce it. It is in the form of percentage. Maximum it is 400% and minimum it is 25%. Scroll bar, it's the navigation bar through which a user can move to the next slide or previous slide. And the outline tab, conveniently displays the text content of each slide, but you can edit your text directly from the outline view. And slide tab allows you to view and work with the slide in your presentation. You can add, delete or duplicate or rearrange your slides. that is also known as slide sorter. And for creating a presentation, what will you do? You will click on file button. After clicking on file button, you will select the new option. In new option, you will select by default blank presentation, and afterward you click on create button. A new window will be displayed and you can make a new slide presentation. There are different ways to creating a slide. You can create a slide using blank presentation. You can create a slide using recent templates. You can use the slide by using the sample templates. And fourth one is you can make a slide by using the option theme. So we will discuss one by one. First one is blank presentation. Blank presentation or office template it is. To create a blank presentation, click the blank presentation item in the top area recently that we have done and click on create button. We can take the templates from office.com also. To create a presentation based on template office.com, double click the appropriate folder to open it and click the template and then click to the download. Next is recent template. Click this item to see a list of templates that you have used recently and click the template that you want to use it. It means a list of templates will be provided that you have used. You can select anyone for making a presentation. And sample template, click on the sample template item to display the selection of sample template and click the theme that you want to use. And fourth one is theme. Click the theme item to display the PowerPoint selection of your visual theme. Which type of theme you want to use, like different themes are there, urgency, apex, angles, and select the particular theme and you can make a presentation accordingly. These are 4 ways to making a new presentation. And in case of selecting the theme, you can change the color of theme also, you can change the size, font, you can change everything, effects also. Now slide layout. A slide layout is a layout guide that tells the PowerPoint what placeholder box to use on a particular slide. It means how it will be used. Basically, by default in a MS Office PowerPoint presentation, 9 types of slide layout views are available, like title slide, title and content slide, selection header, to content, comparison, title only, blank, content with caption, and picture with caption. What it is? Title slide, it is used at the start of your presentation or to divide a section of your presentation. And title and content, the default view that is available, the default slide layout and most commonly used by the slide layout. And section header, it is used this slide to separate different type of section on the same presentation. Like you want to add picture also, you want to insert content also, you want to insert bullets also, like this. And to contents, use this slide if you wish to show text in addition to a graphic content types. You will view the presentation different type of layout, like this type of views are there. To content are these one. And fourth one is two contents we have done. Now fifth one is comparison. We want to make a table. We want to compare the items similar to the to content slide layout, but this slide type also include a heading text box over each of the content. Header text box will be there. You can use the heading there also. And it is used to compare 2 types of same content, for example 2 different charts. And next is title only. Use this slide layout if you want to place only a title on your page name. A blank slide layout is often used when a picture or other graphic objects that need no further information. It is known as blank and it will be inserted to cover the whole slide. And content with caption. Content will be placed on the right side of slide and the left side allows for a title or text to describe the object. And picture with caption. The upper part of the slide is used to place a picture. Under the slide, you can add a title or descriptive text that you required. These are different type of layouts that we can use in a PowerPoint presentation. Now, next topic is creating slides using slide layout. To specify certain layouts as you are creating a slide, we can follow the steps like firstly in normal or slide sorter view, select or display the slide that the new one should follow. And on the home tab, like shown in figure 13.11, afterward, on the home tab, do the following thing. To add a new slide using the default title and content layout, click the top portion of your new slide button in the slides group. And to add a new slide using another layout, click the bottom portion of new slide. If in top portion is for new slide when you are using default title and content layout, in case of another layout, click on the bottom. And the layouts that appear on the menu bar come from the slide master. Now insert text in a placeholder. To insert the text in a placeholder, we have two options like add title or subtitle. Second is add title or text. So slide A option contains a title and subtitle. Text content of both placeholder comprise the outline. We will insert title and subtitle. And type B contains a title or a text. Our title will be general, while a text could be bulleted or non-bulleted item. And type C that will display in slide, that is add title and icon. So slide C has a title with something else such as a chart, picture or other outline comprising just text. And slide D has only title if you want to insert any title. That is the view of slide D. Now after you finish typing the text, press escape key to move out from the text. How to adding text in the text boxes? We can insert text boxes also. So to manually place a text box on a slide, follow the steps like, if necessary, reposition the existing placeholder or objects. Click on insert tab, click text box in the text group, and do one thing. To create a text that automatically enlarges itself horizontally as you type more text but does not automatically wrap text to the next line. Click once where you want or add the text should we start or begin. And to create a text with a widen, where the box can be widen automatically, in that case wrap text to the next line and grow in the height as needed. So we can extend the height also, width also and height also. And afterward type the text whatsoever you want to insert in a manual text box. Next is changing text formatting. We can apply different type of formatting, like we have a home tab that has different slide group, like clipboard group is there, paragraph group is there, slides, drawing, font, editing. These all are the groups that will help to editing a slide. And text formats are controlled by, like these icons are given. Font could be like Times New Roman, Calibri, like so on. Font size could be like 24, 28. It's in a numeric form. And to increase the font size, we will use caps A, that is also known as next text. And for decreasing we will use the small a. It will increase the text by 1 point and it will decrease the text by 1 point. And to remove all the formatting, we will select the option clear all formatting option, that is in the like a eraser form. And bold is for B, italic I, and underline is U. And text shadow, if you want to insert the shadow also, we will use this icon. These all are under shortcut command, that is Ctrl+D. That is font dialog window that will be appear. You can insert any option. Strike through, character spacing, change case. Change case is like if you want to write the text in small case, upper case, text case, sentence case. These are different type of cases. And font color we can edit accordingly that we required. So use the font box to quickly choose a different font. Use the font size to specify different size, and use bold, italic and underline button to apply different type of bold faces, italic or underlining. Shadow button to apply a shadow. Alignment is for aligning the text like left, center and right. In case of PowerPoint, justified alignment is not there. And use the bullets button to toggle button on and off. And use the increase font size and decrease font size to increase or decrease the font size in 4 points jump. and use the font color list to change the font of your text. Next is inserting content placeholder. To type text into a content placeholder, click inside the placeholder box and start typing. You can enter and edit text as you would in any word processing program. And to insert any other text of your content into placeholder, just click one of the icon that is shown in 13.14 and select that. Like you want to insert graphics, insert online graphics, insert videos, smart art, charts, table, we can also insert. How to insert the clip art? To insert the clip art, we will use the illustration tab. For inserting a clip art, just click on insert button, then select illustration group. In illustration group, select clip art option. A clip art window will be appear. Just search the just type the content that you want to search. Related pics will be available, and select the particular pics from a group of items and click on insert or OK button. This is the procedure to insert a clip art. And we can edit in a picture that is insert from a clip art also. Inserting picture from file, it's a very easy task. Just click on insert and then select the picture command from images tab, image group, and then it will ask for inserting the picture from a location. Browse the desired image file and then click on insert button. And for adding the bullets, bullets list are the list that have been formatted to start a specified character. Just select the correct number, dash, small square, whatever you want to insert in a bullet. And to create a bullet list, just start typing the list, PowerPoint format and bullet your list after you enter the first item. If you want to convert a series of paragraph or lines to a bullet list, select the text and click on the bullet button in a paragraph group. Now next is different type of views in a PowerPoint. A PowerPoint slide provide a view in a view to display a presentation. And what is view? A view is a way of displaying your presentation on a screen, and PowerPoint comes with several views at different times. PowerPoint offers two places to change their views. We can change from view button on status bar or view tab. To change it from view button, just click a view button, then select normal, slide sorter or slide layout view or slide show view. And second option is view tab. On a view tab, just click on view tab, click a button on the presentation views or a master view group. Both options are available to changing the different views of presentation. These are different type of views available in a PowerPoint. Normal view or slide view for examining the slide. It is a normal view where a user can write the content accordingly. Switch to the normal view, move the pointer to the slide pane and select the slide tab. When you want to examine a slide in this view, thumbnail slides appear in the slide pane. It means thumbnails will be available in the slide pane. And in a normal or outline view, switch to the normal view, move to the pointer to the slide pane, select the outline tab to enter or read the text, and you can find the outline tab at the top of your slide pane. And normal or outline view is ideal for focusing on the word in a presentation. And third one is slide sorter view. Slide sorter view, or it is used as deleting the slide also. In slide sorter view, you see the thumbnails of all the slide of a presentation. From here, moving slide around it is very easy, or seeing many slides simultaneously gives you a sense whether the different slides are consistent with one another and how the whole presentation is shaping up, how to change the arrangement of slide also. And notes page view, that we have already done. Notes page view, you see notes you have written to add your in a presentation, and if you have written any, you can write notes in this view as well as in the notes pane in normal view. And reading view for focusing on the slide appearance. In reading view, you see a single slide that appears on the screen with the view button and with the button for moving the quickly from slide to slide. And slide show view for giving a presentation, it is a full screen view. You see preview of your presentation. It means how presentation looks like when you show it in front of audience. And master view for consistent presentation. The master view, it means slide master, hangout master, no master notes. These are for handling the master styles. And the formatting command that pertain to all the slide in a presentation, handout and notes. And to switch to these views, go to the view tab and click to the appropriate button. And PowerPoint also offer a fit slide to your current window. It will accordingly arrange the size of your window. And moving between slide, we have the option for moving between slide like page up, page down. For moving the page down, for moving to the down, just press page down key. And for moving the up, use the page up key from your keyboard. You can also use the vertical scroll bar on the right side of a window to navigate through your presentation, like double headed arrow or single headed arrow or scroll box. And double headed arrow, you can move forward or backward through your presentation, one slide at one time. And single headed arrow, you can also scroll forward and backward through your presentation by clicking and holding the single headed arrow at the top or bottom. And scroll box, it is the fast way from slide to slide by dragging the scroll down or up. How to insert the background? To insert a background in presentation, we can use the themes, and themes are designed by graphics artist. Most themes include sophisticated background pattern and color. Like this is the view of themes. You can select any type of theme for inserting different type of background. And you can add on more themes online also, or you can take it from gallery option also. Creating slide background on your own, we can edit the slide, like we can use solid color, gradient, clip art, picture or texture. A single uniform color, you can adjust a color transparency and in the effect bleach out the color to push it further into the background. And gradient, a mixture of different color with color blending into the one another. And clip art, image from a clip art organizer. And picture, a photography or graphs. And texture, a uniform pattern that gives the impression the slide is displayed on a material such as cloth or stone. And to insert the gradient fill, we will follow the steps. On the design tab, click the background style button and choose the format background on the drop down list. And click the gradient fill option button before you experiment with gradient, and try to opening the preset color drop down list to see whether one of the ready-made gradient option. And on the type drop down list, choose what type of gradient you want to insert, like linear, radial, rectangular, path or shade from the title. And drag the brightness slide to make color dimmer or brighter. Drag the transparency option slider to make the color on the slide more or less transparent. At 0% you get solid color, and 100% you get no color. And click the apply to all button. And what are watermarks or images? Watermarks is the background of your image as long as clip art and images are on the pale slide. You made them semi-transparent, and clip art image do fine for slide background. They look especially good in the title slide. But PowerPoint come with numerous clip art images. You are invited to place one of the background. Just click on design option, then select background style, choose format background, and drop down list will appear. The fill category of format background design box will appear, and you can select accordingly. Click the picture or texture fill option, click clip art button. You see the selected picture dialog box will appear, and find and select a clip art image that you want to insert. And measurement option in offset box to make your clip out image fill in the slide. And in the format background dialog box, transparency measurement, drag the transparency slide or enter a measurement in the box. The higher the measurement, the more transparent the image is. And how to insert the different type of objects, like shapes we can insert. For inserting the shape, just click the shape button on the home tab. to open and insert shape gallery. Select a line, arrow or shape in the shape gallery. Drag your slide. As you drag, the line or arrow on shape appears before your eyes. And to alter your line, arrow or shape, that is to change its size, color or outline, go to the format tab and you can edit the format option. We can insert different type of shapes like rectangular, circle, square, and every type of shape is available in your PowerPoint option. Changing the length and position, we can change the angle of a line, we can change the length, we can change the position of a particular slide, handle it. Changing the appearance of line, arrow and connector, we can change the color, width, dotted shape, dotted lines, clip caps in the PowerPoint also. Different types of width option available, we can apply anyone. Next is select object. We can insert different type of objects in a slide. In slide sorter view, we can select whole slide but not the individual element on the slide. Here are some guidelines to keep in mind when selecting the objects. Text object, non-text object, the control key and click and drag. To select a text object that you can edit its text, move the insert point over the text that you want to edit and then click. A rectangular box will be appear around the object and insertion point appears so that you can start typing away. And non-text objects are like rectangular box will be appear, let you know that you can hook. And after you have hooked the object, you can drag it the screen, change its size or color also. And control key, you can select more than one object by selecting the first object and then holding down the control key. A multiple objects can be selected. And click and drag, another way to select object is more than one object is to use the insertion point to drag a rectangular around the objects that you want to select. And tab key, you can also use the tab key to select the multiple objects. But here is one problem. Control plus A is to use to select all the objects. And we can select all various objects of similar size. When pressing tab key to select object as in handy when you cannot easily point to the object that is you want to select. This problem can happen if the object that you want is buried underneath another object or if the object is empty or the otherwise invisible. Repositioning object, we can reposition also. We can change the position of object also by dragging it. Resizing object, we can increase the resizing, like we can rotate handling operation. We can increase the size, we can decrease the size, we can increase the path. Everything we can perform in a slide layout option. And various handles on a object give you the different ways to change the slide object size. Like the handle at the corner allows you to change both height and width. The handle on the top and bottom allows you to adjust the object height, and the handle on the right and left just change the width of your height. Next is grouping the object. Grouping means to say club together in a one object. You can also group object together so that you can format them as if they were one object. To group, just click on group option, and group option will provide a group tab. You will select the group tab only. But the major problem is there, you cannot make the part of group placeholder object. Ungrouping means to say again splitting the object. To ungroup the object, select any object in a group and then select drag ungroup option from a drawing toolbar. And to ungroup object, select the group, then right click to display the content menu and choose grouping and ungroup option. To regroup the object, select one of the object and right click and select grouping and regroup object. So clipart also grouped object that can be ungrouped. Aligning object, alignment to say left alignment, right alignment, rotation, top, bottom, each type of alignment is also possible. Only justified is not the part of your object. and it's a shortcut key. Shift key if you want to make the object rotation in 15-degree angle. And for saving your document, first time you are saving the presentation, we can use the save as option, and you write the name and location. And next time you will use the save option for saving with same name. If you want to save the document with another name, in that case you will use the save as option. And the steps that are followed for saving, that is, click on file option, then select save as option, then browse the location, afterward type the name and click on the save button. Your task will be saved. And closing and reopening we have already done. Closing the file, we will use file and close option. We can use Alt plus F4 also, or we can also use the close button that is on the right corner. And opening a presentation, again file and recent. In file and recent option, recently opened file will be displayed. You can open that file. Otherwise, second option is there, file, and then on open button, a open dialog box will be appear. Select the particular file that you want to open. So in this chapter we have covered about presentation, how to make, how to edit a presentation. In next session we will meet with a next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.